What's up, Renner here. I'll be doing machine learning for Chinese medicine in this series. So in this video, we're going to turn text into some meaningful numbers we call embeddings that's going to be used in further text. So why can't we just use text as the embeddings? It's because text itself are just symbols that doesn't represent any relationship in the computer's mind. It's just symbols that it print on. But numbers, they are natural carriers for sequences and relationships that human coined for represent doing this work. And for example, you see 2 is followed by 3, and then followed by 4, and then followed by 5, and 100 larger than 87, and it's just a relationship going on. So how are we exactly going to turn text into embeddings that used for further text? So we're going to break the text down into tokens, which is actually smaller units. It's not limited to words, and that's why we use the word tokens. It could be phrases, it could be prefixes or suffixes like become into be and come. And after that, we're gonna give them an identity that is a number, but it's not with meanings, which is different from embedding, so don't mix it up. And we're gonna put them through a model with the input layer and the BERT embedding layer, which is the most important thing in this video, and the output layer will return us with an embedding for the whole sentence and embeddings for every single token in the sentence. So for example, if the sentence had 3 tokens, then we'll get a total of 4 embeddings. So a simple metaphor for you guys to even understand this more easily, our text as guesses coming in, and we're gonna break them down into persons, which is tokens, and we're gonna give them the identity card to identify which is which, so we don't get messed up, we don't get crazy. And we're gonna put them through the model. The model consists of the seeds, which is our input layer, and our most important performer, our entertainer, which is a BERT layer, and then we're gonna have the entertainer entertaining our guesses, and hopefully we'll create some meaningful returns. So let's jump straight into the code here. So first we're gonna input some dependencies and get some preparation, so text here, and we're gonna use the convert text to features function to take in the text, and using a tokenizer to break it down into tokens and then give it back the ID, which actually happens here. So we have our text, break them to tokens, and then return the ID. 3 spots for the input, and here's the ID spot. Here what we got our entertaining coming over, which by calling through a link here, and then this we're gonna connect the output layer with the embedding layer and the input layer. Again, here we're gonna confirm the model is taking in the right input layer and the output layer, because a lot of times we can have a lot of different inputs and outputs. We don't use it all at the same time, and we can just check out how our model look like by calling summary here, and then we're gonna at last really invite our guesses over with predict, and then do protections on them, and then give them back some really nice embeddings. So we have to note that this part of the code actually haven't get our guesses involved, haven't really involved our real texts. So we're gonna run the code right now. Hopefully getting some embeddings. I'm gonna take some time depending on your computer. And here's the token, and here's the model architecture, and here's the embeddings for our whole sentence. As you can see, it's pretty long, and here's the embeddings for our every tokens. So that's all for the code. I'll be putting this code in the description below so you can check it out easily. And for people who want to know even more about it, I'm going to talk about it in more detailed manner. So we're going to input the dependencies here, mainly Tensorflow and Tensorflow Hub. They're both machine learning package, and Tensorflow Hub just stores a lot of different pre-trained models that you can just simply call it down to use, which is really convenient. Tokenization here is just a Python file that you have to download in this link here that will contain the full tokenizer that we're going to use in our task. So do this in advance, and the OS here we're going to use to specify where our BERT model want to be downloaded. And you really want to run the BERT model once here, just this line, and run it before you run this code, so it will download the vocab text at the same time. So you can see it will download to our desktop as we have specified the location to be desktop, directory to be desktop, and here in that set you can find the vocab.txt. So this is how the vocab text will look like, and it has every token in a new line. So when we do a for loop over it, then we would for example get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 the identity, which we can set identity for them, which is using here. This is a function here, you can check it out, you can download it in this link. And okay, 3 things. Why do we have to specify a fixed length? The computer will work in a less resource demanding manner if we set every input to be a specific length. So that's why we want to do it. And so make sure this length is 2 units longer than your longest sentence. The 2 units is to leave a place for these 2 markers, see the starting and the ending marker. And here, why do we have to specify the type here is because computer work differently according to types. Lastly, why do we need to have the mask and the segment identity going in our code is because you can check it on the BERT official documentation on GitHub that during the training process of the BERT, we had to mask out 50% of the BERT in the input and to let the model to actually run prediction on the token under the mask. So during our case, we will want to mask every single token in our sentence to let the model do prediction on every token in our sentence. And for the segment ID part, that is also because of the training problem. People are required to put in 2 sentences may or may not be connected in real sense. For example, you see the first one is the man went to the store and bought a gallon of milk, and the second one is followed by penguins are flightless, which means the second one is probably not real. So this will allow the model to decide which and which is correct as a training. So here's an example. This first part of the segment is required to label 0, and the second part of the segment is required to label 1 as. But since in our case we have only 1 segment, right, then we have to only label it all as zeros. Alright, I'm done. Thanks for watching. Bye.